My name is Shayne Thomas Gordon. I am 26 years old and I am currently a quality assurance operator for Sky Studios. Yeah, we kind of deal with the whole quality assurance side of things like films, sports, TV shows. We essentially watch the kind of like the raw material. So once it gets sent, from the distributors, we check to make sure that all the stuff's where it needs to be, subtitles are there's no errors. We then send it out to transmission and they're the ones who put it out. The main reason was because I wanted to work in TV, especially with cameras as well. I finished university about a year before that, so for about a year I just spent time going around, dropping CVs off to places. My friend told me about this thing called Mummy Youth, so I went for it, I applied for it, mainly as well because of what, the ethos was, trying to get people from who wouldn't really have the chance to get in that industry. So people from different color backgrounds, people who may have difficulties from at home. I just really liked what it stood for. It was definitely not what I expected. Well, I expected it to be intense, but not that intense. So obviously the way in which we do things, so especially with the interview processes, so obviously normal, I remember I had mine with Maya and Tanita, then we have the group one with Bob, where you're I suppose you're getting all these little surprises and bits here and there. But at the same time, you do kind of get the gist of it. The great thing that Mummy Youth do is they also look out for these other little areas of improvement. So say, for instance, in my case, I wanted to be more organized. I wanted to be more efficient. Confidence was something that I'd like to build up, particularly for myself. So we'd always have these little one-to-ones. I imagined it would be intense, but I didn't realize how much would go into all of the little things around it, not necessarily in a role, but just to help me in my own personal development. It's interesting because when you do something like Mummy Youth, you realize there's a lot that you can do which you didn't necessarily knew you could do before. With that experience, I suppose I was chucked in the deep end where a lot of people would train 5 years of their life to do that. But at the same time, you do get a bit of a better awareness. So you do realize that there are certain things that I need to, be aware of, certain things that I need to brush up a bit more, and you can do it. But I suppose it's just about having that awareness and having that patience. I would say you come out with a better insight and you can do some roles, but also it's also about knowing what can I improve on. I didn't always have that confidence. I didn't always have that thing that said I can do it. And the great thing about Mummy Youth was that it kind of forced me to be out of my comfort zone and be in that environment. And you end up surprising yourself. My whole experience, so I did training for Mummy Youth in 2017. And up until this point now, I honestly don't think if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't be where I am now. Because with everything that I've done, whether it be the starting out scheme, it's all stemmed from that place. And it's really important because I feel that without it, we wouldn't necessarily have that chance and opportunity. It's important that we get people out there and voices to be heard, because especially in the time that we have now, whenever it seems like you turn on the news and then there's something that's horrible going on, it's always important to get those things out there so that we can, I suppose, just make the world a little bit better than it already is. I think it was our first shoot. It was at an art museum and we were rushing around, obviously, the levels are high. You're thinking, oh my God, I'm here on the shooter's day. We're rushing, we're trying to get everything ready. And there's an art museum, so there's lots of stuff going around. So I've got the bag, the camera bag on my back just behind me. And then I think Bob's like, Shayne, quickly, gets up. So I'm rushing, and then I think the bag that's on me accidentally taps this art piece that's behind me, and it's wobbling around, and I'm thinking, oh god, did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? Did anyone see that? And luckily enough, no one said anything. So I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. Then at the end of the shoot, Bob goes, did anyone see Shayne almost knock over that 2 million piece of art? And I'm just thinking, I thought I got away with that. I really thought I got away with that.